I'm just hoping the special trim will lift the cabin and make it worth, well, something like 53k. Launch program active. Hello and welcome back to the Volks Wizard channel, and welcome to a very special video, because today Christmas has come early. Not only am I going to be able to show you around a UK spec Golf GTI Edition 50 with performance pack, I'm also able to drive it pretty much as hard as I want to on a closed off test track. Yep, we're heading to Millbrook Proving Ground, where I'm going to put the Edition 50 on the famous hill course where James Bond rolled his Aston Martin. Let's hope I don't roll the Golf GTI Edition 50. And then we're going to hit the legendary high-speed bowl where I can legally drive up to 100 miles per hour. This should allow me to work out if the car feels sharper than the Club Sport, which the non-performance pack car is pretty much identical to. I'll also be able to find out something I know a lot of you guys want to know, and that is whether the car still rides sufficiently well with performance pack on broken UK tarmac, or has chasing that very impressive Nürburgring front wheel drive lap record made it just too brittle for a broken UK roads. I also want to open that door and see how I feel about the interior, because the Mark 8s are a little bit disappointing with their material quality, but the Edition 50 has some nice tweaks that could make it just about justify the £53,000 asking price with performance pack, which you do really need. So let's head to Millbrook and find out. Well, welcome to Millbrook. It's been a lovely drive down in the R8, hopefully roof down on the way back because the weather should be getting better. As well as new cars, Volkswagen have brought their heritage fleet, including that 7.5 GTI Performance I haven't driven yet, so hope to drive that. They've got a Mark 5 as well, though this one in the car park looks actually better than the heritage fleet car. Beautiful. And we have a Mark 4 as well, and here we have Golf R Black Edition. Press car, the Westerill's dirty. Is it a press car? Not too sure that number plate. The UK thing seems to be a thing they're putting on these days. Standard interior. Nice, but I'm hoping Edition 50 is even nicer. Okay, welcome to the event space here at Millbrook. You might recognise it because Fifth Gear used to film here when they did the hour-long episodes with Tom Ford and Tim, whatever his name is, Tim Shaw. First time I came to Millbrook, I was actually filming with Fifth Gear, so Vicky Butler-Henderson wanted to drive my Mark 4 Golf R32, and I actually did the oil change on it in one of Millbrook's garages. So again, another Volkswagen Heritage Fleet car I drove at FanFest in Germany, A651 Fedge. It's very cool that VW are actually letting people just go and drive them on the, I think, the hill course and the high-speed bowl. Right, let's find Volkswagen and stake our claim for the Edition 50. Okay, just signed on, got my lanyard, and already we have a very important GTI Mark 3, GTI 16 valve. Drove this car on the way to FanFest, did about 125 miles an hour in it, and it was sweet. I think we doubled the mileage on that trip. I think it left the UK on about 800 miles. So Volkswagen are somewhere around here. That looks like commercial vehicles, but there's some GTI 50 signs there. As kind of expected, all the cars are out. So we've got the Up GTI, which I drove as a sort of reminiscence video a few years ago, because it was the original press car that I drove at the launch at Krakow in 2018. And then we've got a Polo GTI. Now before we have a look at the Golf GTI Edition 50, which, as you can imagine, is in high demand and not actually here right now, let me just remind you guys how you can support the channel. The easiest way is simply to subscribe. Another way is to sell me your interesting Volkswagen. I'm pretty open-minded. Cars just need to have a full service history, be completely unmodified, average mileage or below, and in excellent condition. Just like this 7.5 GTI Performance from Volkswagen's Heritage fleet. And we have an Edition 50 in dark moss green. Okay, we have probably a very rare opportunity now for you to compare 8.5 GTI Edition 50 with what I think is peak GTI, just because it does sort of everything a bit better than this car, which is kind of focused around Nürburgring that time. So what do you prefer? Let me know in the comments. Let's just have a quick look at the interior. Yeah, that is as nice as I thought it would be. And then in here, well, it's kind of nice in a different way. Okay, the sun is out. I've got the key and it says GTI 50 on it as well, which is pretty cool. So, first impression of the dark moss green is that it's actually darker than I thought it would be. But now the sun's coming out, you can really see the flake in it, and it's actually quite nice. If you like black, it's not so far away from that it looks like, I don't know, bright green did on the Mark IVs. It's nice. We've got the red tinge wheels, which was the standard with the Performance Pack. It's a Performance Pack car, so it's 5mm lower than the non-Performance Pack car, that means it's 20mm lower than a normal Golf. We've got the Bridgestone Potenza Race semi-slicks on it, which should be better in our mixed conditions in the UK than, say, a Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2, but I'm sure we'll find out. That stripe then, I'm not sure about that. Would it look like a cleaner car without that, especially with the red wheels? I don't know. But the colour is so good, I'm not sure I want to sort of take anything away from that with the decals. Warm and Hour Black is the standard wheel for the Performance Pack. You can go to these wheels, but they're heavier as well, so I think it's a little bit less expensive for the Performance Pack with these wheels. But there was a supply issue with Warmenau's, hence why this car's not on them. It's got the Akrapovic, which is Performance Pack. It's got the sticker on there. Okay, yeah, so colour, I like. Stripes, not so much. Wheels, definitely not. Front aspect is, I think, Edition Club Sport, which is no bad thing, because in 8.5 guys, it's a good looking car. Now, I have no issues with the outside of an 8.5, but the inside I do, and I'm just hoping the special trim will lift the cabin and make it worth, well, something like 53k. So, first impressions are, yeah, these seats are as good as they look in the pictures and in the videos. So these are beautiful. We've got some actually really nice floor mats with the red edge and the GTI logo. No, I'm still not sure about those pedals though. It's just a little bit too much, but I understand what they're doing. We've got the unique plaque as well. This car's number 13, I think. The door card's the same as a normal car. Then we've got this trim in there. I'm not sure if that's Club Sport. GTI 50 on the steering wheel. We haven't got the Alcantara wheel. Red seat belts, red piping on the seats, and this is all like a leatherette. But yeah, the seats are good. Let's get it. Oh, sill protectors as well. Blimey, that's a rare thing on a Golf. Okay, what else have we got in here then? So we've got the big screen, which is standard on all 8.5. Yeah, this, maybe they could have done a better job with this trim, but it's all right. Yeah, piano black, I think looks better. Yeah, you know, finally, I think an 8.5 interior is as good as it needs to be. The problem with this car is that it's 53k and not very much in the way of discounting going on. We've got the proper buttons on the steering wheel as well, which came in with 8.5. What does it do when we start it up? Key not detected, which is weird because it's right in my pocket here, unless it's for the wrong car. Try again. Okay, I've got the wrong key, but it's still a key for an Edition 50. So while we've got this key, let's have a quick look at this non-performance pack car. So it's basically a club sport, hardware-wise, a bit more power, same suspension, 5mm higher than the Performance Pack car, no Akrapovic, so we've got black tips with a silver bit in the centre. And white is the free colour, so yeah, it's classic GTI colour, it's very easy to live with. But I think dark moss green is so special that it's worth paying a premium for, and I don't know, having it ceramic coated and polished every year. So yeah, it does look noticeably higher though, which is quite interesting. Inside, yeah, same sort of thing. What number is this? Ooh, this is a very early one, number 2. Right, let's get the right keys. Okay, enough talking, let's do some driving. I love red seatbelts. Let's get the mic on. These are really stressful events because I've got about 15 minutes, which is about what it takes to get my camera set up, but let's go anyway, we've got a lot to do. So, starts up. Put it into drive, nothing different there. Mode-wise, we need to have a think about. Okay, let's start off in comfort and get a feel for the car's compliance. We're on a bit of a concrete surface here, which is far from perfect. First impressions, it's not a bone shaker in comfort mode. We've got a bit of a pothole here as well, so let's... It's actually quite a compliant ride at these kind of speeds, which is surprising. So maybe the engineering might of VW at Braunschweig has done the trick. Anyway, let's just see if it can perform as well then. The Club Sport is great. I can't imagine it being worse than that. There's a bit of a thump there through the chassis though, and a bit more of a imperfection in the road there. It's going to be one of those cars, I think. It feels stiffly bushed. But the dampers do seem to have a bit of movement, which is always a good thing in comfort mode. Let's try this bridge now. Yeah, okay, well there's a bit more opportunity to test it at higher speeds, so far though, so Club Sport, which is not a bad thing, but we want some magic, and the place to experience that magic is on the famous hill course. So we'll just start off slowly because what we want is people ahead of us to make some space, because there's probably no quicker car around this circuit, and there are some fast cars here today like Maseratis. So let's just again have a feel for the riding comfort. There's something here. Yeah. I mean, you can't beat driving it on a road. There's some concrete sort of strips there. And another pothole here, it's quite handy. No, I think it's all right, actually. Here comes the Maserati, right, we better get moving then. Okay, so let's go sport. Oh no, let's go special mode, Nürburgring mode. Let's dodge these concrete, actually. Yeah, I actually think the ride quality is all right, so that's brilliant news, right. And then first corner, this sort of double apex left-hander. I think we'll use all the road. Oh yes, gets its nose in, and then nothing's lost there on the exit. Lots of grip on these Bridgestones, a bit of new tarmac there, which is always a bit unpredictable when it comes to grip levels. And then lovely long left there, and another one here. And then onto this straight where the Mazda can overtake us, but we're already at the 55-mile-an-hour speed limit. Okay, long left-hander now. This should be a nice one for this car. Into third. You don't need second. Feels super, super composed, and it explodes. Wow, no traction control light on then at all. That is a pleasant surprise after driving my Hong Kong car. It's perfect conditions for these Bridgestone tyres. And then onto the brakes now. Yes, lots of meaty power. Been told to slow down, which is, I think, a good sign. And then EA 888 torque up the hill. And there's some really hairy corners coming up now, so this will be a real test, but obviously being safe is important. We'll use 2 lanes. So down here, this is lovely. It's a bit like the Nürburgring foxhole. And then this is a really horrible one. So onto the brakes. I think we'll take it in seconds. And then it just gets even tighter. That is horrible. And then down here onto the brakes. We've got the jump coming up, which... Oh, God. And then 2 lanes here. Get the nose in. Wow. Wow. The way it explodes out of the corners. That is incredible. That is incredible. So with the Club Sport S, we just got a Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2, which was a Porsche rated one. And here we've got a bespoke tyre from the guys at Bridgestone, which seems to be well worth the effort. That was, oh man, I didn't expect it to be that good, I've got to be honest. Now we'll go on the high-speed bowl, which should bring my heart rate down a bit, even though we're going to be doing 100 miles per hour. There is the nemesis of the Edition 50, the Ioniq 5N, slower, I think, than a Club Sport S. Twice the price, I think, nearly twice the weight. Okay, here we go then. I can't believe how privileged I am to be able to drive on this amazing and like famous high-speed bowl. They've got McLarens out testing today as well, which we need to be aware of. So what we'll do, because there's nothing around here, is just pull over here and we can go to 100 from stationary. Launch program active. And there we have 100 miles an hour in the Edition 50. Now it's not anything like as explosive off the line as an R, but once it gets going, and it wasn't that scrabbly to be honest, thanks to these tyres I'm sure, and the fact it's about 22 degrees now, it's pretty good. So if you live or drive in Germany, this is what 100 miles an hour feels like. And to be honest, can I set the cruise? Okay, we're cruising at 102, about 100 GPS, and we are in sport mode. Yeah, it's not too bad. Pop it into comfort mode. Yeah, it's not like driving a Phaeton, but it's still pretty good. Limited road noise. Obviously we're in 7th gear. Feels really good. And this is not by any means a perfect road surface. Okay, all that we have to do now then is try the brake. So let's look for the exit and we'll come down from 100. It's a very nice feeling when it's telling me I should be doing 60 miles an hour, but I'm legally doing 100. Okay, so I'll pop the cruise off and the exit is coming up now, so I'll just go into this lane and we're doing actually 90, so let's get on the brakes. Oh yes. Yeah, so finally we have some brakes that are properly up to the job. They're the same brakes that were introduced with the Mk7 Golf R in the Club Sport, and I've actually got them on my Club Sport S. But it's not just the physical hardware, there's software involved as well. And yeah, I really want to get this car on track now, because that was really impressive. The big question is though, is it worth £53,000? Well, the colour's unique to the Edition 50 and I absolutely love it. I wasn't sure, but I've seen it in the sun today, as you have, and I love it. Dynamically, it's incredible. It's nothing short of incredible. Like, there's no other way I can describe it. And yet we've got DSG, we've got 5 doors, we've got 5 seats that fold down. You can turn it into a van if you want. And I'm pleased to report the ride quality is far from harsh. This is an incredible package, and if this is the last anniversary Golf we have with just pure internal combustion engine, well, it's a bloody good way to go out. As ever guys, thanks for watching this Volks Wizard video. Thanks to Volkswagen UK for letting me drive the Edition 50 today, and I've got a longer loan of the car in a week where I'm going to do the comparison with the Club Sport S, so look out for that. Keep subscribing, keep commenting, see you for the next one, which probably is that video very soon.